Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. I hope you're having a nice time. So more updates coming out from the Nigerian Super Eagles camp, specifically with the NFF and the meeting that they actually had today with the Minister of Sports. I mentioned that in the last video that they had a meeting today in the morning at the Minister of Sports office in Abuja National Stadium. Of course, it's no news right now that the Minister of Sports, or in particular the federal government, are livid about the situation with the Nigerian Super Eagles. The fact that they've not been able to get results from especially the last two games, World Cup qualifying games that we played. One against South Africa, played 1-1, and the next game against Benin, losing that one 2-1. So this result were not taken very lightly with the top hierarchies in the Nigerian in the federation, the body that's in charge of Nigerian football. And that's prompted the meeting for this morning. I mentioned in the last video that, NFF were actually under pressure. In fact, the gist is that the NFF themselves, the members, are not safe from being fired. The sports minister could drop the ledge on any of NFF's member, especially the executive members, because they've now been deemed as lacking the capacity or competence to actually galvanize the Nigerian Super Eagles and get a competent head to direct them to get results. So they are really running helter-skelter, trying to come up with ideas on how to get Nigerian Super Eagles back to winning ways for their own sake, for their jobs. That's the report. So the sports minister, senator, and obviously called them to a meeting this morning. And Finidi as well was called to join the meeting. The sports minister called Finidi to join the meeting. And all of them reportedly attended the meeting. So what actually transpired from the meeting today, is something that's also raised some speculation or raised a hint that there might be a possibility that Coach Finidi could be demoted, as NFF are now searching outside for a coach, a foreign coach this time, that's going to probably take over the job of the Nigerian Super Eagles head coach. And then Finidi, Finidi might be given the opportunity to maybe assist in any capacity under this foreign coach, or he could resign if he doesn't want, to take any job under as a junior to this foreign coach. So that's one of the reports that's coming out from this meeting that they had today, because based on the interview given by the the NFF's president, Aiyegbeni, he mentioned that they actually that this is a very sad moment for Nigerian football, and that they're actually trying to bring about some combinations to help correct the situation. But he didn't really give all the details that, of course, that they talked about in the meeting. But from what he said and the question that journalists on duty asked him, they specifically asked him whether Coach Finidi is going to stay as the head coach of Nigerian Super Eagles, or if he's going to leave and be replaced by a foreign coach. He didn't give a straight answer, but he's like, they are doing everything, to the latter, to make sure that Nigerian Super Eagles come back to winning ways. He says that qualifying for the World Cup 2026 is a top priority, and it's something that they want to achieve. He's not debating that with anybody. It's something that he puts as a must, for Nigerian Super Eagles. So that's why he says that they are doing everything that they can to actually get everything right for that one. And for Coach Finidi, he wasn't exactly himself today. After the meeting, that everyone started to go, he was apparently accosted by journalists who tried to ask him questions. But Finidi says that he was in a hurry. He didn't want to answer any question about what transpired in the meeting. So that shows you that he may not be very happy with the discussions. Of course, I would expect discussions to be very heated discussions where everything will be thrown to the table, especially the sports minister talking down on them probably and giving them some really harsh, mean words to quiz them about why they've not been getting results. So Finidi wasn't keen about talking about what happened in the meeting, so he left hurriedly without answering any questions. And that's sparked speculation that maybe the discussion of the decisions that were being discussed in the meeting were not really favorable to him, which also points us to the fact that his job is really at stake, and we might see a foreign head coach come to replace him. The last video I talked about Antonio Conceição being one of the people that NFF has now started looking at as a possible, replacement for Coach Finidi. In the last video, I talked about the fact that they want to make him a senior special advisor, but they are also open to employing a new coach who's going to be an outright head coach of the Super Eagles, and then Finidi could step down and assist. But let's see what happens in the next coming days. But for Coach Finidi, he's still getting some support, from people who obviously still like him and feel that he needs to be given some time, some patience. And one of such people is the likes of Aiyegbeni, the legend of Nigerian Super Eagles. And Yakubu, is saying that, first of all, it's not an easy job to be the head coach of Nigerian Super Eagles. It's such a very heavy job, and that people should understand this. He knows and he admits that Nigerian Super Eagles haven't really performed up to the standard under Coach Finidi. But he's insisting that Nigerian Super Eagles can come back to the glory days under Coach Finidi. That the only thing that should be done is to give him a time, and then also pray for him, put him in prayers so that he does well. He really wishes Finidi well and has respect for him as a legendary player, but he also wants patience for him, as the head coach of Nigerian Super Eagles. Taiwo Awoniyi is also someone who also supports Coach Finidi and wants time given to him. But we'll see what happens in the next couple of days. But for the next update, let me let you know that the goalkeeper for the Enyimba side, Ojo Olorunleko, has now moved from the Enyimba Football Club to a Sudanese club by the name Al Merrek. And this is a 2-year deal that he's just recently signed, which is going to see him play, in this club for the next season. And I don't know if this is if this is a good news, but this, this club side is in Sudanese, and obviously the report is that the last 2 years, Sudanese league has been suspended due to war and chaos and conflict. But of course, he took look at the contract and everything, and he deemed it fit for him to go. So all we can say is congratulations to him. And then for the next update, let me let you know that Eberechi Eze, of course, was selected as one of the guys to represent England in the Euro that's going to start tomorrow. So the man obviously gets his wish to represent England over Nigeria, and all I can say is congrats to him. He's still one of us, so we'll definitely keep tracks about his development. And they were actually inaugurated today, where Prince William, Prince of Wales, obviously gave him that mandate to represent the Three Lions of England, not just him, but also the rest of the players. We wish him the best, in this new journey that he's found himself. But that's the update for this video. Thanks for watching this one. Don't forget to like and share the video. React to any of the stories that you like. And stay tuned to the channel. More updates unraveling about what's happening with the Nigerian Super Eagles head coach job.